Canto 23, Imagined Pursuit, Slide into Sixth Bolgia, The Hypocrites, Two Frati Godenti, Caiaphas, The Devil Lied, Virgil's Anger. Silent, alone, without companions, we were walking one before, the other after, as friars minor go their way. Because of the present scuffle, my thoughts had turned to that fable by Aesop where he spoke of the frog and the rat. For Mo and Issa are not more alike than the scuffle and the fable, if one couples beginning and end with close attention. And as one thought burst out of another, so another was born from that one, and it redoubled my former fear. I considered, these through us have suffered shame with harm, and with mockery that I believe will bitterly wound them. If anger is spooled onto their ill will, they will come after us, crueler than a dog after the hare he snaps at. Already I felt all my hairs curling with fear, and I kept looking back when I said, Master, if you do not hide yourself and me quickly, I am frightened of the evil claws. They are already behind us. I imagine them so strongly. I already hear them. And he, if I were made of leaded glass, I would not catch your outer image any faster than I grasp your inner one. Just now your thoughts came among mine, with similar bearing and similar face, so that I have made a single counsel of them. If the right bank slopes so that we can go down into the next pocket, we will escape the imagined pursuit. He had not finished giving this advice when I saw them coming, with outstretched wings, not far away, intent on seizing us. My leader seized me quickly, like a mother who is awakened by the noise and sees the flames burning close by, who takes up her son and flees, caring more for him than for herself, not stopping even to put on her shift. And down from the neck of the hard bank he gave himself supine to the sloping rock that encloses the near side of the next pocket. Water has never coursed more swiftly down a sluice to turn the wheels of a land mill, as it approaches the paddles, than did my master down that wall, carrying me along on his breast like his son, not his companion. Hardly had his feet touched the bed of the ditch when the devils appeared on the bank above us, but now there was nothing to fear, for the high providence that placed them as ministers of the fifth ditch takes from them all power to leave it. Down there we found a painted people, who were walking, with very slow steps, weeping, and, by their expressions, weary and defeated. They were wearing robes with hoods pulled low over their eyes, made in the fashion that is sewn in Cluny for the monks. On the outside they are dazzlingly gilded, but within they are all of lead, so heavy that the ones Frederick put on people might have been of straw. O eternally laborious mantle! We turned once more to the left with them, attentive to their sad weeping. But because of the weight, those weary people came on so slowly that we had a new companion with each motion of our hips. Therefore I said to my leader, try to find someone known by deed or name, moving your eyes about as we walk. And one who understood my Tuscan speech behind us called, Stay your feet, you who are running so through the dark air. Perhaps you will have from me what you desire. And so my leader turned and said, Wait, and then walk at his pace. I stood still and saw two showing in their faces great haste of the spirit to be with me, but their burden slowed them in the crowded way. When they had reached me, for a long time they looked at me sidelong, without saying a word. They then turned to each other and spoke together. That one seems alive, by the motion of his throat, but if they are dead, by what privilege are they exempt from the weighty stole? Then they spoke to me. O Tuscan, who have come to the college of the sad hypocrites, do not disdain to say who you are. And I to them, I was born and raised beside the lovely river Arno in the great city, and I am here with the body I have always had. But who are you, whose great pain distills all I see trickling down your cheeks, and what punishment is in you that sparkles so? And one replied, The orange robes are so thick with lead that the weights make their balances creak. We were jolly friars, and from Bologna. I named Catalano, and he Lodoringo, and taken both together by your city, though the custom is to take a single man, to preserve the peace. And we were such that it still appears around the Gardingo. I began, O friars, you're evil. But I said no more, for into my view came one crucified to the earth with 3 stakes. When he saw me, he twisted himself all over, puffing into his beard with sighs. And brother Catalano, who perceived it, told me, "That one stake there at whom you are looking counseled the Pharisees that it was expedient to put one man to death for the people. He is stretched naked out across the road, as you see, so that whoever passes, he must feel his weight first. And his father-in-law is laid out in the same way in this ditch, and the others of the council, that sowed so ill for the Jews." Then I saw Virgil marveling over him, who was so basely stretched crosswise in the eternal exile. Then he directed to the friar this word: "Let it not displease you, if it is permitted, to tell us if on the right hand some passage slopes, whereby we can both climb out of here, without requiring any of the black angels to come to this bottom to transport us." So he replied, "Closer than you hope. We are approaching a ridge that goes from the largest circle across all the savage valleys, except that in this one it is broken and does not cover it. You will be able to climb up along the landslide, which slopes gently up the side and is heaped up at the bottom." My leader stood a little, with head bent down. Then he said, "Ill did he recount the business, who hooks the sinners on this side." And the friar, "In Bologna, I once heard many vices of the devil told, among which I heard that he is a liar and the father of lies." Then my leader walked off with great strides, his face a little disturbed with anger, so I left the burdened ones, following the prints of his dear feet.